Gonna break it down, break it down, break it down. Gonna break it down, break it down, break it down.
I really don't know why Darryl always asks me to do it. It's never AI or Rashad. Do this video. It's always Harlem. Do it. Anyway, commentarians, what's going on? Harlem be 1/3 of the commentary crew here. Guess what? We have been gone, but we are back. Yes, we are back, and we have a dope-ass episode for you all. But what is an episode of commentary without an Allen-ism somewhere up in there? The audio that you are going to hear in the beginning is a little bit lower than the audio towards the end, and that's because Allen messed up somewhere up in there, but we'll explain all of that in the episode. We appreciate you all extending us grace and your patience while we were gone. We have some real life situations going on, and we just had to pull back and regroup. But as always, we appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Peace.
Jamie,
the owner of Kazi Society.
Where's it located at? Let the people know.
We are down at 1204 Washington, St. Louis, Missouri. This is a black-owned co-working space, okay? And it is also minority-owned because she's a woman. Let's just be clear. And she's my friend. So.
That's my friend. No, I know people say I get tired of that. I don't know a long time. I do know all these people a long time. Like, everybody's like, hey, you always say you don't know.
Well,
I know
you're
Jamie.
a club whore.
No. I know Jamie since the 5th grade.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I did meet Darryl at a club, though.
See?
I met Darryl at a club, too.
No. But me and Matt met drunk, and we were arguing about sports. And he's like, dude, let me just get your phone number, and then we just talk about it.
He didn't get my number like he was going to, still haven't got the second call. Still haven't got any follow-up. It is what it is. It's fine.
I got a call back.
Yeah.
You called me.
Yeah, I called everybody here back.
So I want to say this. I'm excited about this because
and I'm not a club owner, number one.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
Not now in 2021. Clubs are closed. Crazy to yourself.
Actually, no. Okay.
They're not.
It's okay. It's okay to still claim who you used to be. I mean, I'm not gonna
Don't know where you're going until you know where you've been.
Ooh.
Well, you're probably also coming up on your 7-year refresh.
From being a hoe to how long? Oh, no. This thing of like every 7 years that you change. I love that. I love that episode.
Yeah.
I love
every 7 years you become somebody.
Yeah.
So you become somebody different, but I legitimately wipe my history every 10. So I'm really excited about my 40th that's going to be coming up in a year and a half or so, because then my 30s are gone. So I get to start over again.
It's like the credit report.
It's gone.
Yes, credit report history thing. Yeah, I like that.
Is that like a hoe fax?
I like it.
No, wrong. Because if you're doing hoish things, you wipe what you got to wipe. Like for me, it's going to come at a great cost. I'm going to have to wipe most of my radio broadcasting career, but it's fine. You get rid of all of it.
Okay.
Unless it's carrying over with you into that next decade, you get rid of it when the next decade starts.
So what you're saying is, when I turn 40 in a few years, I can wipe my history clean and I can say FTK.
So what you got is a cache, like on the computer, right? And they're like, let's wipe that history out, let's get it done.
I love it.
You get the opportunity to just click that button and it's gone. And if it's not following you from the last day of being 39 into the first day of being 40, yo, it never happened, fam.
Fuck them kids.
No.
They're definitely going to follow you.
Kids follow you.
They're going to definitely follow you.
STDs follow you. Like, it's all the things that are STDs, kids, child support.
Well, STDs aren't going to follow you if you cleared them up.
Not all.
Okay.
Some of them are forever, motherfucker. Some of them are forever.
So you don't get that clearly off your Carfax is what he's saying. He's saying anything that you can legitimately just say, I don't give a fuck about.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
So
in 4 years, my marriage will not have ever happened.
No, unless you decided it did.
Exactly.
I like that. That's
10 years. So we're doing like a credit report. We decided we're doing like
And it's interesting what y'all said with the 7 thing. I was literally talking to my therapist, and she was saying that any person you're meeting is an amalgamation of the last 3 or 4 years that they've had.
Time out.
Since you use big words.
I was about to say that we make noise for the word amalgamation.
We know we do a word every show. So
I like that.
No, but it's basically you're meeting the person that the last 3 or 4 years of their experiences. That's who you're meeting if you don't know them previously.
Okay.
Say that one more time. I caught it, but
So
I didn't.
when you're meeting someone particularly new, or you haven't been interacting with them in a long time, you're interacting with the last 3 or 4 years of their experiences.
So my exes are different people now.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoever they are now is
One of them is the same.
Ooh,
shit. As far as I know, my exes are who they were where I left them. So,
or it can be that. So when you, like she said, it's a good thing and a bad thing. So when you meet someone and they swing like, oh man, they were so dope in a relationship with them, they're not the same person. Who they are now is the last 3 or 4 years of who they, what their experiences are. So you're meeting the culmination of who they were the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Fair.
So let's set the table for what's happening here
I was gonna go there
today, though. So I'm gonna throw it to you because this isn't my program.
I do.
Stay out the way.
So it would only be right if I told. So Matt and Darryl put this together, in kind of collaboration with Rashad and myself. We came together, I think, 2016 first time. 17 first time.
That's when we started recording at Matt's house.
Yeah, we were recording at Matt's house, and
Good times.
at that time it was commentary, but it was just Shad and myself. And
This is when we was trying to get y'all reactivated.
yeah, we had the J Electronica show, and then we came back. We did another one, and a year passed. So what you're seeing here today, people, is commentary along with the scenario, and this is just rebooted right here. This is 3.0 because I think this is the 3rd time ish.
It's just a crossover. It's like the Avengers of SOLC. You know what I'm saying? So like we're doing a movie where it's just like, oh, you turn on the pod, you're like, oh, all my favorite characters are here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and here it is. Like
this is like when the Harlem Globetrotters showed up on Gilligan's Island.
I thought you were going to say Scooby-Doo.
No, Gilligan's Island. Just for a game. I don't even know how they didn't leave, but they left.
They was going to get them niggas off the island.
It was going to happen.
Boats and islands and black people, they figured out a way.
Curly Neal couldn't stay.
Back to East St. Louis.
Curly Neal couldn't stay on that island. No. But it's love, man. So
I'm excited for us to be here. We've been trying to figure out a way to get this in because y'all have been doing, incredible things. I'd love to see the things that y'all been at. And quite honestly, I love it to be an excuse to talk about some of the things that we just don't even talk about anymore. So I just want to stay out the way, honestly. And like when y'all, if just let me know. If I'll raise my hand every once in a while, let me know if there's something way in.
Oh yeah. So much has happened. I mean, just who?
How about you introduce the show first?
How about I introduce the show? Yeah, you're
right.
right.
Before I'm gonna put it in the behind the scenes. I'm gonna make it behind the scenes.
I'm gonna start it over. It's gonna go mirror now. What up, people? Commentary, intellectual black conversation. We are back. It's been a long time since we have actually been here. We had personal and private and public and all kind of stuff going on, and we just could not find our way back to the half round table. So we made it back to Kazi Society today. We're sitting down with the folks from the scenario. Y'all know them. SOLC Network. We are still one of the best podcasts in St. Louis for 2020. Don't you forget it. Shout out to Keith over at Deluxe. Shout out to my crew, co-host. What's happening?
Well, look, I think we should stop saying we're back because I feel like every time we say that, we disappear again.
Okay.
So maybe we should just say,
we here.
Figure out, we here.
We here.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go ahead and play some lane here. Okay, I'm always late, but Rashad is always missing.
That's the thing, because we have tried to get together via fucking Zoom for weeks, okay? And Rashad has this mysterious job that nobody knows what Rashad does.
If you know Rashad,
I am Tommy.
So let's be clear. Me and Rashad work for a similar company that kind of coincides, right? So I put Rashad's name in the HR database, and it is not fucking come up. So I feel like when he said that he has to work,
this is like the episode when remember Cole said he got a job from Tommy. Right. He's like, I showed up. He's like, I went to the building. There was no building. He's like, no, you went to the wrong building. That was the building on the left side.
It's like when Martin and Pam. Martin and Gina was trying to figure out,
and they know he's a stripper.
Calling that Tommy Chop Shop.
Right.
Because I put it.
Y'all got a Tommy Chop Shop? Yeah. Y'all got a Tommy Strong there?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I put his name.
Even though I'm literally across the street.
In the HR
Of course you're across the street.
I swear to God.
it ain't even in there.
You know why? Because he's on his second Social Security.
Hey, Rashad is really a spy. Rashad is really a spy, yo. We gonna figure it out. Rashad is Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies, and we just don't know. We think that he's like some computer technician designer or something. Rashad is out here saving the world from Russia right now.
So
But we're here now.
I feel like he said, I'm not taking this Social Security number the white man gave me to let them track me.
making my
He's
own.
a sovereign citizen.
He said
Yo.
he got his number from Wakanda.
I'm giving you hell, Shy, man. I love you, bruh.
Love get back, my
Man, you missed a great episode with Tori and Terry. Shout out to Tori and Terry.
Yeah. What is it? Black in Love?
Black in
Black
Love.
or something?
Black in Love. They're out of Houston. We did a great episode with them. They
Well, why
got
don't we
an
show
episode
up?
there. Nah, your guy didn't show up, man. He was out. We actually it was a cool episode. It was about I love my husband, but I'm cheating on him, which is definitely possible. But
God
you know,
damn.
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get a chance to
Oh, you should have came
You
through.
were supposed to.
I know. I
Yeah.
didn't say it going on. Look, I'm glad.
Yeah, it was an interesting episode.
So this was a true story. Like, explain what was happening with this.
So originally they received a letter from a listener that was something along the lines of she loves her husband but she cheated. But they decided to kind of flip it and they pulled a clip from, I think it's like the show Big Little Liars, where the lady was admitting that she had cheated and the husband hurt her and she was really trying to like manipulate the situation. So we just had the opportunity to have some really good conversation around monogamy, relationships,
I have a random
what
question.
is expected.
I know this is random. Can I ask it? But it has something to do.
You pointing at Darryl?
I'm pointing to both of
You want a
y'all.
child? Y'all married?
Who sang that one song? Who sang that one song that used to go puss, 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 puss?
Oh, that was that wasn't a real Mr. Big. That was damn it.
Hold on.
I'm gonna have to find it, bro. I'm gonna.
What
I
does
know
it
what-
have to do with me and Darryl though?
It got nothing to do with you and Darryl. Got something to do with the cheating. I just thought about this song because it's always about put. Well, I guess in her case it was about.
It's not
Well,
always.
that's not the
We
case.
established that
That's
it's not always the case.
Cheating, infidelity, when it comes
That is
especially
true.
to women. Women will emotionally cheat and women will financially cheat. But I'm not going to touch on finances because guess what? Every time I do, I get called a gold digger. So.
But does it eventually lead to that dirt?
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's
Got
gonna.
to. The Dickinson Foundation.
Here we go.
That's what raised my hand. So I
That
feel
is
like
like
this.
so he's like-
I feel like there's some prerequisites to any situation that I would personally get myself into, where it's like something's got to be there. So like,
Agreed.
even if it's
Right.
about the bread, like it don't even primarily be about the bread. Most of the time, when you get in your own, it's not the first thing, but there's got to be like a undercurrent. I'm gonna say it's like that's got to be there no matter what. So for me, I wouldn't like be out there messing with anything if it wasn't a chick that was just like she got something to her. Like either way, whether she putting that work on me, whether she could potentially put that work on me, I don't care what the money is because I'm not gonna sell out for that just to have a bad experience. So I'm always curious to know what the women feel like. It's like there's a thing that maybe you're like, hey, I'm down for this. I'm cool with it, but you gotta at least bring this to the table.
Right.
What's your point of I'm not going to walk past this line unless this is here?
It has to, for me, it has to be worth it. So what is worth it? Like I said, I'm not, now, you have to be physically attracted to somebody, I feel, in order to cheat, right?
Physically or visually? Because I think those are two different things.
I'm with you.
Maybe visually. I'll go with I'll roll with that one visually. But once you start to talk to a person, because I'm not just like jumping into the bed with somebody just real quick after I meet them downstairs, how Rashad be doing.
What if you meet them upstairs?
What is
All
happening?
eyes.
What is happening?
But
All eyes.
you know, you talk to
I have
somebody
an
and
NDO.
you maybe feel safe with that person, or they are giving you something that you're missing, whether it be intimacy, and intimacy is not always physical, right? So those type of things build a physical attraction, and I feel like most people have to be physically attracted to somebody in order to have sex with them.
So do you feel like
I don't
there's...
know about that.
Yes and no.
So this is the second half, but I'm going to get out the way. So I feel like, do you feel like there always has to be something that's filling in a space where something was missing with what you
Yes.
usually got going
Yes,
on?
absolutely.
Or let's just say nothing popping, what is the thing that you got to have there like as your baseline?
If I'm gonna cheat, it's probably because it's 99.999% 999% because something is missing in my relationship. Whether it's physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, you just don't understand my love language, or you're just not providing the way that you have to provide.
So if you could give a song to the situation we're talking about, who is described as the best through song so that people can refer back to that when they realize that they've fallen off track?
Jasmine Sullivan in love with another man.
Okay. There it is. I was going to say somebody sleeping in my bed.
I'm going to go with Jasmine Sullivan in love with another man.
So now I'm gonna throw a caveat in here, and this is some. This is under
Big word.
No.
Word number 2 for Darryl.
Nah, caveat.
Yeah.
We use
No.
that often.
So no. This is something that I've come into in my awakening. Is I think that we choose whatever reason we want to not to fuck with somebody, whatever it may be. We just don't want to fuck with them no more. We just choose this reason or the reason why that we don't want to fuck with them.
I can rock with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because we put up with bullshit with people from all the time that we don't like, but we will fixate ourselves on this thing of like, that's the reason I want to be with them. That's because we just don't want to be with them. And we haven't recognized that we just don't want to be with them, period. But we fixated on this one thing of being the reason why.
So what you're saying is that there's a bunch of straw, but this is the one I'm going to take that's going to break the camel's back.
Yeah.
Right.
But you
we
can
thought
choose
already-
whatever one you wanted.
Exactly. It's a dozen of them sitting out there. It's just, you just have chosen not to be with this person anymore. And you just is like, yo, I just don't want to be with them.
I agree.
And just be real with that. And be real with that with yourself of being like, it's not necessarily what they did or what they are. I just don't want to be with them.
Well, I want to say this. First off, Harlem is lying. Don't nobody sleep with me, queen. I'm the NDL creator.
You is
You
the
should-
easiest
you
person at this table.
Prove that. I got the NDL list. There's a lot of names on it. You don't know what that is?
Yo,
Tell them what the NDL is, in
Okay.
case they forgot. Tell them what the NDL is.
No dick list. Okay. No dick. No dick for you. No dick for you, and it's easy to get on that.
And how do you end up? Not how do you end up, but how did the NDL list come about? Because we have to break that down just so they know.
It was just too much thirstiness. Get to know me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Let's
she's
get
so
communicate. I'm the easy conversationalist.
Yeah.
Now ask anybody what that dick do with Rashad. I don't know. I be wondering, but I don't know. That's what the sister's gonna say.
And you know what? But bro, I can see how you fell into this situation though, because I would say just on any level, like, you're an approachable cat. Like whether it's a chick, whether it's a guy, you will welcome the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So if they got it in their heart, they gonna come to you with that.
Yeah.
So you probably were receiving a couple of Stockmans.
I
too.
need you to sign this
Oh.
right here. I need you to sign this right here. There it is. But when it comes to like just, I say from conversations I heard, because I keep telling y'all black men don't cheat. I don't know what y'all.
BMBC.
But man, people fuck with ideas and challenges, man. When it comes to just getting ass, I guess, outside of your situation. The idea of what this person could be, so on and so forth. And I think everybody spoke about that in some shape, form, or fashion at the table. And then challenges. Because at the end of the day, I think Huang and I had, on some serious shit, we had a good conversation about, what was it, Huang, about, do we even consider the person who's being cheated with? Was that how it was? Like, we talk about the person cheating. We talk about the person getting cheated on. We never talk about the person who is the subject of receiving the extracurricular.
The Mr. or Mistress.
Wait, is this the inside or the outside?
So,
Inside.
and as we lay, it's morning.
Right. It's morning. Yeah, Shirley Murdoch.
What is Shirley Murdoch feel like?
I don't know.
Or Carl Thomas.
Well, she did actually spoke. Had spoken. Fucking crown out. On what she felt in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or Carl Thomas on I Wish.
Carl Thomas. That's my boy.
I never met.
Shout out to the
They
shot.
got
I wish I never met her. I'm telling you, man. I'm just a person. People look at me crazy. If you're with somebody and you want some extracurricular dick, balls, whatever your thing is, why not just be real about it? Unless you just so tied into a situation that
But
your
no,
selfishness will keep a roof
most
over
of
your
us,
house.
and this is myself included, anybody else I feel in general, most of us cannot recognize that we are just done with this other person.
But why
We
would
want
stick
to
around?
because we all, to a certain extent, we're all pussy. To be in a certain extent. And I don't mean that in the way. And next, let me change pussy. I said cowards. Let me say I say cowards.
Wow, it's 2021. You about to
The
get up
feminists
there.
are coming for you, bro.
Well, I
I
don't
said
know.
cowards.
that they-
No, we are. Because we'll put up with, if we want to stay, we will stay. It's motherfuckers
Yes.
who stay for a lot of shit.
Yes. Yes.
But you will pick out, this motherfucker got a black Camaro, I told him to get a yellow, and you will fixate on that shit.
hold
And
on,
that the
justify
reason y'all
you doing
black-
something.
Exactly.
Hold
And
on.
you put up with all the other shit, but you fixate. That's admit to yourself.
So my
I know
thing
what
is,
you
why?
need
So
with it.
why do we say?
Because
Why
we're
do we say?
cowards. We're cowards.
You're waking up another portal over here. So you're waking up the petty portal. So here's the thing.
I mean, that was a given.
So this is the thing that's called majoring in minors. So if you want to turn a minor into a major, you can decide to be like anything. Like I can literally take anything
But
that's
I
not a
think-
big deal and make it into a big
But
one.
I think
So I
that's-
justify it to me.
Exactly.
However,
most people do that.
but yeah, everybody's going to do that because they've decided it's important to them.
Right.
But here's the thing I'm saying though is that if you're going to go about it that way, that means you're creating your own reality and expecting other people to subscribe to
That's
it.
the
you
case.
know,
Like,
That's not what I
Hold on, so you're doing Dr. Strange here. You're doing Dr. Strange, basically.
Basically, yes.
But D, let me ask you this: then why? And I know we're saying, okay, it's coward, it's being a P word. You know, we don't want to get booked.
Are you watching your language now?
I am.
Are you-
I don't want.
I'm gonna have a nigga moment to say.
I want more pussy to be like work.
I did say pussy.
Darryl's trying to give it like a different power or something. Like
Yeah, I wanted to. When I said
It's
pussy, I
not-
want it to be pussy. I don't want it to like be associated with.
We're not talking about
So-
vagina.
So-
Yeah. So
The
what?
vagina.
So what fuels the cowardism, if that's a word? What fuels it?
Cowardice.
Cowardice. Thank you. I'm at a
I
music.
mean,
Can I get
I
that?
think
What?
everything is for different situations. People, some people don't want to be alone. Some people don't want the backlash of whatever social constructs it is of me not being with this person. Their children, their financially. There's so many different reasons that we're cowards for.
So why don't we consider that before we get ready to go do some extracurricular shit?
Because it's extracurricular. That's the whole point. It's not
Right.
the main.
Then we should stand on our own too about it.
But that's the point. It's extracurricular. That's the point. Extra.
Yeah.
Curriculum. It's not part of my normal curriculum.
Right.
My curriculum
Right.
is these 5 courses: math,
And-
science, history. But art is extracurricular.
Right. In the realm of selfishness, though. In the realm of selfishness, because we should be telling our partner. Now, I agree with what you're saying with that whole coward energy. But that was just always my thing. Like, if you want to go do extra shit and you can't tell that
But
sister,
also,
you can't tell that
and I
brother,
want to say something.
then that's something.
I know me and Harlem.
And then still want to stay there.
I think there is cowardice in someone also being too truthful with someone as well.
All right, so that point right now,
I
I'm gonna put a stake in the ground.
There's some asshole shit.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Harlem been loading up.
You're only loading up. You're only being open because of what you feel, not understanding that whatever you're saying is gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, that's what-
That's called narcissism.
It's for you because
I guess
you have no reason to tell them because I need to get it off me. It ain't even for them, but you can make them out like, yo, I just need to free myself.
That's narcissism.
But no, it's not for you. It's fucking.
But I'm
for
asking,
you,
I'm
not for
asking a
them.
woman in the room: is it true that women, you all want a man just to be straight up? Just be honest, or you don't?
Not always.
No.
Not
No,
always.
not always.
Okay,
And
so,
I think that's part of understanding who you're with, though.
Yeah.
But
I'm in a multi-universe.
I will
The
say
Doctor
this.
Strange universe.
Not all people cheat because they are missing something. Sometimes, and women as well, a woman may not admit this, but you see something and you want it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I don't love my partner.
Right.
It doesn't mean that my partner is not providing. It doesn't mean that the dick ain't good. It doesn't mean that he's not truthful, honest, loyal, cuddling, all that shit.
Right.
It just means I see this man, he fine, he like he got a big dick, and I want to have sex with him.
Okay. And then
And
go
that's just that. But
and go back on.
But the caveat to that is, when are we honest enough with ourselves and our partners to have that conversation that I might see something that intrigues me, that I would like to get to know, fuck with, and then be done with.
And honestly, most men don't have that conversation. That's
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable conversation,
It
but
is.
monogamy is not fucking natural. Don't come for me, Bible thumpers. Don't come for me with y'all boring ass relationships.
You might get hit at a couple angles with that.
I
feel
said
you.
what I said. Monogamy is not natural, and if people want to come at me from the Christianity angle and all of that, read your Bible, the First Testament. They had hella concubines. Okay, let's be clear.
That's your word for today.
Let's be clear. Sarah brought a woman to Abraham to sleep with and have a baby. Let's be clear. So let's put that on out there. Monogamy is not natural.
Was she serving a purpose, or was she serving
That's the question.
I'm gonna enjoy this for the sake of doing
I don't
it?
know. I wasn't in Bethlehem.
And men, and that basic instruction before leaving Earth, men are meant to multiply. So
But
can I ask a separate question?
If we be honest with each other and with ourselves and with whatever the case may be, we would probably not have a lot of these problems.
Does Bethlehem still actually exist?
That's the
Yeah,
question.
you know what I'm saying? Still there.
Is it there?
Yeah.
Do you know somebody that's been there?
No. I mean,
No,
you click on the map.
no.
I was just curious. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just thought it was like the Ottoman
It
Empire.
sounds like a dope place to visit.
Or like the
Bethlehem.
USSR.
You want to take a pilgrimage?
We went to Bethlehem. Like we went on vacation with Bethlehem.
I got an all-inclusive retreat in Bethlehem.
Including camels.
right.
Motherfuckers would be like, Bethlehem?
And fertilizer.
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem was the type of place where cats would be like, was it jumping though? Like, that was
What
alright.
was going on over there?
Bethlehem is like the Bermuda Triangle. It's like you don't know.
It's the birthplace of Jesus.
It is, but
All
like
y'all need Jesus in your life. That's
No, but I mean, I think the main thing is we're all continuing. And this is not an indictment. This is myself. This is everybody at this table. I feel like nobody's going to be 100% with that. And if you are, like I was telling my homie, like, dude, don't tell your girl about some shit that happened 6 years ago. He was
No.
like, yo, I feel like nigga, that's for you.
That's prehistoric.
Because you're doing some ass. Why the fuck are you saying that?
But hey, here's the thing.
I got one too.
Is that all you gotta do is subscribe to the every 10 years?
Let the 4 years.
Wash it away.
Do your
Wash
4
it
more
away.
years. Do 4 more years.
That's just
Like,
it.
all
Just
good.
wipe it away.
I think we all have our opinions about this topic, but I will say that the thing that resonates with me the most that was said is just being true with yourself. If you are honest with yourself, like Harlem said, in any shape, form, or fashion, you can't help but be true in your situations. In the end, I know you can fix yourself. I always tell a motherfucker, it takes more to lie and bullshit, play all these silly games, than it does to just come straight down the middle. And I feel what you're saying there, like, you don't want to always just do this, but it's going to save you in the end. Just be real with yourself. If it's a situation you're dealing with this person, but you see that, that's the energy you want, then do that, keep it a buck, keep it moving, and hopefully that shit, everybody's amicable at the end. That's my word.
That sounds real good.
That sounds real good.
on paper.
That sounds real
Hey,
good.
I live my
There's
life,
so
man.
many different levels and layers to it. What if the man or woman is financially attached to this person and knowing that this person?
I got one better for you.
Or
is love
their
simple?
children.
Is love simple or hard?
Love's hard as fuck.
Is it?
Like is easy. Love is hard.
Love is easy. Love is
I think like is easy.
devout
Love is hard.
appreciation and or respect for something, a connection, a foundation, or ideologies and shit that we with a big dick. But I'm fucking with you. I'm listening. But no, I was gonna say that this is. But no, seriously, I think our ideas and all the shit we come with, D. Where you go, D?
Relationships are hard. So
I mean,
if we're
man.
going by that, we'll say that relationships are hard.
Okay,
No,
I
we
would say
make
this
it-
shit are hard, but
But by
love is really
definition
nice.
of what Harlem is saying, it's like if you're true with yourself, if you're honest with yourself, and you move off your honesty, and not that it just got.
But where's the thin line
about
between
you.
being a selfish motherfucker and just saying I want this shit? Where's the line between like, yo, I just have to go sometimes?
I think she's telling
Yeah,
you
okay,
that.
you know what I'm saying? But there's a thin line though.
It is a thin line, but you could honestly be like, look, if it's a situation where I'm seeing somebody, I'm getting attention, I'm paying attention to this, and that. It could be things that the person you fuck with doing, but it's just not capturing you
But
where you need to be.
but also
That's real.
everything
And it can be
that
vice
I'm doing, I
versa.
don't need to do.
Well, have we not learned anything from Darnell Wright? Okay? Have
Right.
you fucking been honest with Brandy? Okay? And just told her that all he wanted to do was smash.
Smash.
He wouldn't have been fucked up. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you said a thin line, it was a trigger for me because we try to villainize that woman, and in all actuality,
No, Darnell was one of them.
Yeah, he was the villain.
I didn't even know the story, so.
But
A thin line between love and hate.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Brandy the singer. Goddamn,
No,
going
no,
there.
no, that's why I said a thin line.
Yeah, y'all said a thin line. Get it? Damn.
Yeah, I missed with that one. But I got you.
And you saw it at the drive-in too, didn't you?
I did.
Speaking
I forgot it was Darnell.
And North
Speaking of
Twin.
Brandy,
Speaking of Brandy,
that's what I'm saying.
speaking of Brandy,
Can we talk about Ray J?
Just saying.
I'm so excited.
Whatever. Let's go.
I am a fucking huge Ray J fan. Okay, I
we
am a Ray J stan. Okay,
All All right.
Let's just run down the list, right? He's Brandy's brother, okay? He dated fucking Whitney Houston, Pam Anderson. He made Kim Kardashian famous.
With them R&B strokes.
With the trash head.
He's a member of the Bloods, okay?
He is.
Allegedly.
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 I don't like to put
Cut that shit out.
But I don't like to put nobody in a game, in a criminal organization.
He is though. He gave us one wish, and that is a fucking bop. Okay, and wait a minute. Let's be clear.
It is a dope
Let's be
joint.
clear.
And Sexy Kenna.
Exactly. He owns the rights to Suge Knight's life. Okay?
I thought they Kenny.
No. It's Ray J.
I didn't even know that.
I can see how you confused the two.
Yeah. He also made a little scooty company. It's
Scooty bikes.
Yes. It's
Didn't he make some
it's
glasses,
7
too?
figures. And
Raycons.
he single-handedly fucking shifted the whole trajectory of Fabulous's career into a negative fashion.
He did shut down Fabolous'
He
career.
absolutely
No, literally,
did.
no. That is 100% true.
Exactly.
Did he?
Oh, yes.
Ray J.
Because I know Fabulous clowned him about that one wish.
Yeah,
Wasn't
no,
yet.
They got
he
to fight in the
fired.
club.
And Fabolous' career has never been the same. Look it up. What hits Fabolous has since then?
None. What was that? The Breakfast Club that he
Yes.
was on?
Can we
And
agree
he
on that?
Shut him the fuck down.
He
Do
did.
the Googles real quick.
The man hasn't had any hits since Ray.
No, he's
What
not
year was
had
that?
hits.
2011, 12?
2010, 2011.
Hey, while AI is looking this up, let me ask a question real quick. This is like the perfect collaboration of our two programs here, real quick. So, Darryl, I'm gonna ask you: was this like a covert Tresvant that just happened here, where
No,
he Tresvanted Brandy, who was more famous first, and
Yes.
now he's had the
He
biggest
is
significance?
actually, he's one of the original creators of the Tresvant, where you can see that actually happen.
I think he's on the Rushmore of Tresvant.
Yes.
Are we speaking Ralph Tresvant?
Yes.
Okay.
You never heard about Tresvant Ideal?
We can definitely break it down.
Yeah, break it down, because I know Ralph Tresvant.
Go for it, bro.
So Ralph Tresvant was the lead singer of New Edition, obviously. He was the front man.
Yeah.
But he let everyone else in the group outshine him. I know more than him now.
Yeah.
You got Tresvant. He was supposed to be the one up front,
Yeah.
but everyone behind him ended up becoming ahead of him.
And it was his fault because he decided to stick back and look for the team, and the team said, "We're gonna
Whoa,
look for
that's not necessarily true though. Well, it is in the because remember Ralph
He tried
Tresvant
to-
actually tried to have that solo,
Yeah.
and he just didn't have that good
And
production.
that's
They
why
didn't go
they
anywhere, though.
right. That's why they brought Johnny in.
And he
They
tried
brought
to
Johnny.
come back, yeah. But he got Tresvant.
He got Tresvant.
He Tresvanted himself.
He's the original Tresvant because you got to think about it. How many? Everyone else in the group has multiple hits. How many does Ralph Tresvant have? 2, maybe 3. 3. I'm in 3, and I'm stretching it for that third one. I know them because I'm a New Edition fan. But that person would know the 3 or 4 hits.
So that's what we're saying. So Ray J, who was the little brother of the R&B side, because don't forget that the Brandy Aaliyah showdown was like the Carmelo LeBron that never ended up happening.
It was.
No,
He
Brandon
never-
Monica. Brandon Monica.
Brandy
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. So it never ended up there. I mean, both of those kind of fell on flat tires in the end.
Well,
But
this is the thing though. Ray J kind of created his own lane,
But he
right?
also
To
was
say the
known more.
least.
He's more
To
popular.
say the
Yeah,
least.
he's
And
absolutely.
If I woke up from a
popular.
coma from 1995, I woke up now, I was like, yo, Ray J is more popular.
Yes.
I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, there'll be a list of things like you're lying.
Ray J literally cultivated, and he knows what's good for TV as well. Like he knows how to keep his name.
I
in
think his
shit.
marriage is a part of him, a part of this too.
Absolutely, sadly.
I didn't get divorced.
And-
I don't know. It's
and
everywhere.
they're still married. But so is his friendships with these weird ass people.
Yeah.
Sir, why are you fucking friends with Wendy Williams? Why?
But you know what? Who
Because
picked it
it's
up?
good for TV.
He picked up that from Tupac too.
So
Tupac had, but I don't think Tupac's relationships were more genuine.
They were.
He was actually really just hanging out random with Mickey Rourke and shit in the clubs.
But if you think about it, Ray J was exposed to these people because of Brandy.
Mhm.
And again, Ray J made his own lane. Ray J is also an actor.
Mhm.
He had several different roles on Moesha.
No. Let's go back before that. Y'all remember the Steve Harvey show, the original Steve Harvey show, just Me and the Boys, where Ray J was his son on there.
That's what I'm saying. So
And that's
Ray J
94.
is a
Yeah.
fucking pioneer.
I remember
original
South
Steve
Central.
Harvey-
I don't
yeah,
remember that.
No, the original Steve Harvey show, it wasn't Steve Harvey, it was called like Me and the Boys.
Right.
It was Steve Harvey's first sitcom. It was only on for a year.
Wow.
Ray J was his son on there.
So does this mean that Ray J and Brandy, clearly with the big weight being held by Ray J now, the one we're talking about, are the second most successful sibling pair of all time?
Ooh, I don't.
Or you saying Michael and Janet, right?
No, I was going Jackson.
I wouldn't say that. I would.
Ooh, the Glenethals are big too.
I would just say that Ray J created his own lane, and Ray J is a legend. And ultimately, when you think of Ray J, you no longer like people say, "Oh, that's Brandy's brother," in jokingly, in a joking fashion.
Right.
But Ray J literally is a legend in his own fucking.
So you
right.
saying that Ray J should be the one? That's not. It's backwards. That's Ray J's system.
Right.
That's the ultimate fucking Tresvant right
I
there.
like that.
That's the ultimate Tresvant right there.
That's Ray J.
Ray J's sister.
I'm updating the rankings right now. That passes up Kobe and Shaq now. It's Ray J is number one.
Ray J.
I stand for Ray J. So any Ray J slander is never tolerated around me because Ray J is a fucking legend. Like, he's Whitney Houston.
So how did Ray J's performance go in his groundbreaking performance on any site that you want to find? Did you feel like he did the work that he should have done in that, or you feel like it was just the way that it went?
I feel like Ray J knows how to get and garner attention.
I mean, he broke one of the biggest, most pointless careers of all time in Kim Kardashian.
Absolutely. He made the Kardashians.
And he did it, and he did it with what I would call after work dick. Yeah.
Absolutely.
After-
Because it was very
some R&B songs.
No, it was
That's after work
very.
dick.
It was definite. He put in more
Bye,
work.
girl.
He put in more work dancing in the rain on the One Wish video than he did on that Kardashian.
Wait a minute though, because after work I did my thing.
Yeah, but it's not the work you would have done if you wouldn't have gone to work.
If I was off that day.
Look,
If I was off that day,
like-
you're right. I feel you, brother.
It
not
wasn't,
like
off that.
it wasn't
Lunch
back of
break
the
dick.
cutlass dick.
Lunch break dick probably would be the best one.
Lunch break dick, especially when you ain't supposed to be doing it with your coworker. Like,
Like it was like they went to an all-inclusive in Bethlehem, and then they did their thing.
Banging in Bethlehem.
Banging in Bethlehem. The mixtape.
Right.
oh wait, hold on, pause. Speaking of that, so I can't agree with you on that, Darryl, that he ended Fab. Fab had 3 soul tape mixtape series.
No, hits.
You Be Killing Them was a hit.
You Killing Them.
Let's see here. Where
Is that a hit?
them slick.
No.
You Be
His
Killing Them
last-
wasn't a hit?
No, his last hit to me is the joint with Neo. Like hit. Go look at the chart.
Okay, so
I'm
if
a
we're
movie
going
on
there-
Are you
myself.
talking about short hits, not no
Yes,
rap?
I got hits on the underground, and I don't rap.
We definitely got hits on the back streets. We definitely got those.
All right.
Ain't no way we just lost.
No, we didn't. My phone is
We
back
probably
phone
all
is backing it
incriminated
up.
ourselves.
No,
in
we
that
stopped
earlier
though.
show.
We stopped. That's professional journalism.
No, that's
Yeah,
because somebody
right
said banging in Bethlehem.
That's exactly why.
Horrible.
Jesus,
Hold on,
I didn't
let me
fucking
push the
say that.
surge
Horrible.
protector way away.
I didn't say that.
I feel like I didn't say it.
Catch
so I'm
this
gonna opt out.
jizz in Jerusalem.
Oh,
So no.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
but I'm
okay.
saying, I was saying, but getting back to the Fabulous thing, Fabulous hits. What is the last hit? Is the Neo joint the last hit where you like
the not You Make Me Better. It
you
was,
make me better? You make me better.
Me better.
And that's
You Make Me
08?
I feel like
Oh,
She had the
Fabulous.
joint with Tamia, right?
That's way before.
I feel like
That's
Fabulous hits need to be on a sliding scale as is. Like if I went to Spotify and said, "Give me the Fabulous greatest hits," I feel like I'd be there for about 15 minutes. And
Fabulous,
I'd be
I'm
done.
a fan. I don't know what
Make Me
No,
Better.
he's a great-
BK all
He's
day.
very talented. But when we
talking
talk
about
about
hit.
hits, I don't know. I feel like Fab might be in in the top 5 list of guys who are talented with not enough hits for their talent.
I don't think Fabulous had hits since Ray J.
Since 2011, they got into it at the Palms in 2011.
So Make Me Better was 2011.
Make Me Better is 2011.
Make Me Better is 2011.
Man, 2011 was 10 years ago, yo.
But again,
No,
exactly,
you should make this 2011,
exactly,
that's not 2008.
exactly. And the only news that we hear about Fabulous is how he be knocking Emily B's teeth out.
Not no more. Ever since that incident, he's been everywhere with Emily B.
Yeah.
They took pictures on horses like Nip and Lauren.
I think they was at a party at the
But he
Marquee
hasn't had a
together.
hit. He
They
hasn't
were.
had a
She was
hit.
at the Marquee with him.
But he hasn't had a hit.
He hasn't had a hit.
Let's
though,
be
right?
clear.
I'm gonna tell you right
And
now.
he's been relevant because of his lady.
If I'm trying to make a rehab with my lady, taking her to the club in St. Louis probably isn't my best effort I got to give.
It is though, because I mean, who else did? Let me stop. I
No,
was
because
ready.
Yeah, just relax.
No.
Relax.
I'm gonna fill it in for you, Matt. it's basically as if you're a woman in Harlem, if your man, you know your man ain't gonna go cheat in the biggest cities. That's where you want to be. It be when he be in Cleveland. That's when he got a little chick flying out to be with him.
Oh, you're talking about like
if I'm cheating and I'm on some shit.
I'm not gonna name this R&B song. I'm not gonna name this R&B singer who had chicks up at LU in Jeff City.
Yeah,
that's how it is because you have stockpiles.
I already know who you're talking about. I had to think about it. I was like,
exactly. So you have stockpiles in places that people aren't thinking to look at.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
bro.
It's
like if you play Monopoly and you got money on like Baltic Ave and like Mediterranean and Oriental and Vermont, but you're not worried about Boardwalk and all that stuff. But you're just making your money in increments.
Look, and people don't know that they keep on getting paid on the other side.
And you're still getting your bread.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
So no. My thing is that with the Emily B thing is like you'll fly your side chick to the Cleveland joint. Emily B's gonna be at the Miami, LA, Chicago, the bigger city.
So you take them to the small joints.
No, as a woman, I'm thinking psychologically. If I'm a woman, you need to take me to them small ones too, because I'm on X out.
Okay.
Every now I'm gonna pop up on the St. Louis tour. So because you're gonna fly me to Miami.
You take her
to New York.
Don't fly them to St. Louis.
But
you take her to the big small joints like St. Louis.
Yeah.
Or like Detroit. Mm-hmm. When Detroit's
No, Detroit's a major.
Can you do that still like with social media though? Because you're gonna get.
Well, I'm pretty sure they don't
fly her and her girls get a section, and you just come over.
I let them get a booth.
They don't have Wi-Fi in South Dakota,
y'all
so
cats-
you can take them to South Dakota.
You said I was
what time zone is South Dakota in?
I don't even know.
It's like the land before
I've met
time.
one person from South Dakota, and I used to manage her when I managed Finish Line in the St. Louis Mills. So.
And
she was here for school.
She was from South Dakota.
I bet she had all her edges. She had
her manager.
She was a white girl, so
because I'm gonna say black women from small towns always had their edges.
So like chicks from Anchorage got like all the edges.
Anchorage got some bad ones.
Let me get
Idaho. She gonna have her edges, bro.
Can we do the? I want to do this because we got a lot of different realities in this room right now. So let's unite it. Take advantage of the opportunity. Harlem. What are the 3 states where people are sleeping on the niggas coming out of?
Good question. Or 3 cities. Let's say 3 cities.
City-states.
Nashville.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. This is a great question, Matt. This is actually a great epilogue of our conversation.
I'm capital J journalism.
I'm gonna say Nashville. I'm gonna also go with any fucking where in Connecticut.
That's tough.
Connecticut?
One time for Sugar Ray Allen.
And I'm also going to go with San Francisco.
Hi.
Just San Francisco or the Bay?
San Francisco is a big city, but that is off the black map. So if you're talking about San Francisco and not Oakland, those are different things.
Yep, I'm going to go with San Francisco.
Not Oakland, not the Bay.
Not Oakland. I'm going to go with San Francisco.
San Francisco is
no
known
Richmond.
for their homosexual population more so. So people are not necessarily going to check. You know what I'm saying? And there's not a lot of black people.
That means that you can operate in silence.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say maybe like somewhere in Maryland. But I feel like
that's DC crossover.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Niggas are migrating to the DMV area, so a lot of them.
Okay, what about the 3 areas that you don't like advise women to be dating dudes from? Like the 3. If we had the top tier,
she's gonna say St. Louis, guys.
You can find me.
I wasn't even gonna say St. Louis. I mean, sheesh. I'm gonna say Orlando.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm definitely going to go with Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth situation.
All of Texas.
So that's like
all of Texas.
anything within that 4-hour radius.
Those cities are not close to each other.
No, it's like a 4-hour radius for all of them, dog. If you go to Austin, you got to go like, wait, it's like 6 hours down.
So I won't say all of Texas. So I'll say the Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth situation. And I only say that because that's where niggas are migrating to. So they're coming from these ancient cities and going there to ruin that demographic and that population.
So you're basically describing these cats like the Rona.
Right.
Okay.
And then I'm also just going to go ahead and throw it out there because I feel my cousin is from here and I see how ancient he is and him and his friends. And I'm just going to go with Chicago.
Ooh. Damn. Hey, I'm not going to say anything, but you know.
Okay. I'm going to go with Chicago.
You might be right on that because I know some grimy cats in Chicago.
And I would, St. Louis is an honorable mention because our niggas migrate. Right? They go to
So
Atlanta.
we go fuck up other cities.
Yeah, they go fuck up in other cities. They go ruin bitches.
No, like real
Elsewhere.
talk, bro.
We have
like,
the gremlin serum.
women.
Yeah.
Dude, no, we gonna fuck up your city.
Yes,
You can go-
our fellas are gonna come there and they're gonna ruin y'all women, and then they're gonna bring their raggedy asses back here.
All right, so I got a third question. I got a third question to add
Shut
on
up,
top of
Darryl.
that.
Shut up.
What city needs to be vaccinated from not shit niggas more than any other? That have come from other places, they've spread around, they've congregated in that place,
There's only one answer.
and
right?
they need some help.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Ooh.
Houston.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Houston.
So it
Because
shifted from GA to T.
I was just gonna say it
Atlanta's
used
a
to
different
be,
place too, bro.
But see, this is the problem. This the problem. Atlanta is very prideful. A lot of people on the down low go down there. So we're gonna leave Atlanta
had
to
that.
themselves. Yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
leave
say
Atlanta
I'm
to
gonna leave
themselves.
Atlanta too
Yeah,
because
I'ma
Atlanta
leave
actually
them
did
alone.
something for black people by showing up to vote at least.
Yep.
Texas still hasn't done that for us
Yep.
yet.
So
Texas
I'm
won't.
going to go with Houston because they have a lot of ain't shit transplants.
I know a lot of people in Houston that like don't vote, don't do shit. They like, the government gonna do what they want to do anyway. Meanwhile, your power was out because
I got a
the
sleeper.
grid.
I got a sleeper for this. I got a sleeper for this because we get blended in, but it doesn't mean that people ain't out there just being reckless for no reason.
Okay.
Right.
LA. It's a bunch of people that's only about themselves that move to LA and then get about that action, and it gets lost in the mix because LA is such a mixing pot of
Yes.
so many different people.
Low key,
I can see that.
LA is full of scammers. Like there's a lot of scam. The scammer population is like Atlanta,
And it would be Atlanta.
LA, like
The
Chicago.
the transplant.
I was gonna say Chicago.
Chicago has a big scammer
Michigan
pop
too. Michigan too.
LA is the transplant scanner capital. A lot of those other places like New York, Chicago, they have like natural born scanners.
Natural
that's there,
born,
and
yeah.
scammers is in that
Yeah.
joint.
Wow. Yeah. There's a huge population.
All right, so I gotta flip the table, put it on the fellas now. Like the same questions that I had for Harlem. We talk about the sleeper cities, good and bad. I just need to. It's more of us, so just give me your one and your top two real quick.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
Is it top?
Yo, Cameron did mention Cincinnati in one of his joints,
On
so
down
it's
bottom.
official.
Down bottom.
Yes.
Cincinnati has some hidden
Down
gems.
and down and out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cincinnati? Really? I've never been to Cincinnati.
See.
I mean, I've been to Ohio. I was gonna say Columbus. Columbus is hidden to me. Ohio, I have a ball in Columbus.
I
all
got
the time.
maced in the club last time I was in
Okay,
Columbus,
well,
bro. So I got
I have
maced in
fun
the
in-
club, bro.
I have fun in Columbus.
And it was ratchet in that joint. I
Oh
went
no,
to,
Columbus gets down.
I think it was called Tantrum or something, bro. Like Thursday night is like black, hip hop urban night. So yeah, little fight broke out, bro. A girl had like an iPhone stun gun, the one that like looked like an iPhone, but it's really a stun gun. Then this other chick like maced her, bro, but hit the whole club instead.
She was on some James Bond shit.
Bro, it was insane, dog. Like it was probably the craziest thing.
But this was a positive city for you.
Outside of Ballpark Village, bro. Like, no, this was in Columbus. This was not Cincinnati. This was Columbus. So outside of Ballpark Village, bro, that night in the club was probably like one of the craziest club nights I've ever experienced.
Oh, you're talking about that night at Ballpark
Yeah.
Village. Yeah.
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 I'm going to say Moss Point, Mississippi.
Moss.
Does that exist even?
Jackson.
No, that's a real place.
Jackson
Back in
got
the 80s,
some.
I've been, and it just seemed
In
like
the
some
80s,
really
this
good
motherfucker
people.
said that.
Some
Whatever.
good people.
Okay.
there.
Anyway,
The women he saw not even alive no
Houston
more.
used to be my sleeper city, but it got exposed. St. Louis people went down there. Other cities and what did you call it, Harlem? When we go down there and mess up your city, we're like,
Ain't shit transplant.
Yeah, ain't shit transplant.
Gremlin serum.
I remember the first time I went to Houston was like 04, 03. I was like, oh, these women are beautiful down here. Like, but now I think I went back a year ago or so, and I was like, oh, okay, y'all here now. Because I was seeing like I saw 2 or 3 St. Louis people out randomly, and I was like, oh, okay.
When that happened.
All right, I'm gonna make an offer in here, and then we can talk about the totals. I'm gonna say something that's like right underneath our nose, not too far away. Kansas City. Kansas City.
I'm with you.
Kansas City is an underrated city
about that.
where you'll find some gold mines in that joint, but at the same time, you're gonna be like, yo, like there's some strings attached here.
Yes.
Kansas City, Kansas, or
Kansas City,
Missouri?
both Missouri.
So, but
Missouri,
what are the strings
but-
attached, man?
Well, the strings attached is that it's if you're located here, it's a very close situation, but it's also a flyout city where the women that are there want to escape the situation. What was Lenny Kravitz? I got to get away. Yeah, it's like one of them joints where when Southwest dropped them $49 flights.
Bro, you bring a KC chick to St. Louis, bro, and she's
you notice it right away.
It was I know a few that moved here, and then I don't know if they got ran through or what, but then like they moved back. No, like real talk, like they moved back. They were here for a while, and then they went back to Kansas City, like, and got married and stuff.
This is like the late 2000s, I'm assuming, right?
No, this is the late 2000s, the late 2010s. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about too. Like,
wow, this is recent. Okay, so that's how I've been out the game. Like, damn, I'm everything I associate back to late 2000s.
The few I knew that came here was bad.
Well, Darryl, even when you were in the game, the years that we've talked about, this was happening then.
Oh, no.
I feel like Kansas City is one of your blind spot cities, because we talked about this when we were doing the AFC rankings.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a blind spot city for me.
About the blackest cities in the AFC and what the Super Bowl would be. I want to take you to Kansas City for like 2 weekends.
Well, Darryl was too busy ruining people here.
Oh my God.
Back then.
I'm glad
I told him to stay on the back streets.
I'm glad you did that.
Darryl was too busy ruining people then. And they probably fucking moved to Houston or some shit after Darryl.
One of them did move to Houston.
Oh, so
see
you
what I'm saying?
encourage transplants. You encourage transplants.
You see what I'm saying?
Darryl is a heart surgeon.
That's the point. Like I was there. I was at ground zero back then.
And ground zero, which
Okay.
Hey, don't do this to him.
Every time Darryl comes on this show, I have to remind him
no problem with it.
that he used to not be shit. Okay.
Damn.
Here's the thing.
Harlem said that too. She just
Harlem, let's talk about this. And I think that I've already got this story for all of these guys, but it's a different thing. I feel like you can always learn a lot about somebody by where you meet them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
100.
This is true.
I feel like you can always learn a lot about somebody where you meet them. But here's the thing. You can't let anybody off the hook because you were there too.
Exactly.
I was going to ask, what was you doing?
So here's the thing, and I'm going to say is that like where you meet somebody at is going to tell you a lot about the circumstances of who they were in that moment. But I'm going to bring this full circle. This is why the 10-year reset.
Because has it been 10 years?
Yo, on some deep shit.
It's definitely.
It's
definitely.
Okay. It's been 10 years.
That's so dope what he just said. Because you ever just know somebody so long, you be like, I don't even remember
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Yep.
Actually, I'm doing this tomorrow. I think that some of this shit is cheesy as hell when people be on Facebook just doing stuff just to get their timeline popping. Right. But if it's a real topic, I'm always here for it. But if it's just to get your timeline popping, like some what was the shit last year? Like, tell me what you thought the first time you saw me eating some Cheetos in the cafeteria. I'm like, stop it, man.
Shit, I did one the other day. I threw a peace sign up. Can y'all throw a peace sign up?
You have a social media vibe that goes on a different level than anybody else.
Unlike me and Alan.
I'm gonna do this tomorrow though. Alan's here purely for the hell.
I've been chilling lately.
But here's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna put a meme out to remind me about where we met. Just let me know. Put something out there. Let me know where we met, because I don't remember where I met anybody at, but I know damn near everybody. Mm-hmm. So I just don't remember how it started.
So I met at Lola.
Yes, we met at Lola, and you were talking about Iowa State. So not much has changed.
I don't remember how I met y'all. I know you used to be in VIP all the time. You was always
wow.
No, on her own accord. On her own accord.
You.
I don't remember how we met either, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, like,
and that's crazy.
This is the purpose of this exercise. But you know why y'all don't remember? 10-year race.
10 years.
Yep. Hey, I found the topic that we thought that we wanted to mention.
Well, it doesn't matter. Before you do that, let me just say, it doesn't matter 10 years, 12 years, 30 years. I will always remind Darryl that he got slapped in the club.
That sounds very
I will always remind him of such a thing.
Man,
that Darryl stepped outside on the patio and this girl slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And he was very upset. And then because he wanted to probably shake her.
Can I ask you a question?
And then he walked back in very coolly to return to his event.
Okay.
No, I left.
After you got
smacked.
After he got smacked, did he hold his face?
No.
Okay.
He was shocked.
Gee.
It was more the shock. Like,
he was shocked that she smacked him because in all retrospect, Darryl didn't deserve to be smacked because he was very honest about the situation, and she smacked the fuck out of Darryl.
See, and that goes back to the part of the show that got cut off. I'm just
And
saying.
that was a lesson for
you
me
gotta
not to
be
be-
willing to take that smack.
No,
But
that's
you
the
was a
point
soldier.
no, also the point of me, like, everybody don't need to know everything.
Yeah, and people should keep their hands to themselves
You
because,
do gotta keep
because
your
had
hands
he
to
smacked her ass back, then he would have been the villain. When in
Someone
reality,
call
she smacked him first.
911.
Then he
So-
would have been Lawrence Phillips.
Exactly. Yep.
Where we at, Matt? Where
Yeah,
we
what
at?
you got, Matt?
Where we
So
at?
the thing that I saw that I remember that we were talking about on the group chat with the thing that we said, hey, we got to get active about this, was the video of the young lady that was saying this was her scenario, that she was dealing with the guy. All right, they was rocking, doing all this, and he said he wasn't interested anymore. He was moving on. She said he was still responsible for taking care of her lifestyle because he had made her become accustomed to it at that point. And she said
she's not married. She's not married. Keep in
No
mind, she's not
marriage,
married.
no marriage, nothing like that. Just a pure arrangement of convenience, it sounded like. But she said he's responsible for continuing to pay for her lifestyle, even though they aren't together any longer.
She has an HPV. In her mind,
Human papillomavirus.
probably that too. A high pussy value.
She wasn't even that hot though. Like,
See, that's
In
the
her
thing.
mind.
That's a thing. Just because every
I'm
woman
with
thinks
you.
that they gushy,
You gushy.
and as the great
That's
Chris
flat.
Rock
That's
said,
flat.
as the great Chris Rock said, just because I nutted don't mean I nutted.
I've even faked them in my life. You can do a lot with a condom on.
yeah.
Yeah, I faked her.
Get your Kegel
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
But
you didn't
no,
know men
it's so
could
funny.
do
Like,
those too.
there's a different levels of when a man comes. There's a different thing. If you like,
No, that's true, 'cause if
same
you-
thing for a woman. It's only like it's when people talk about it, it's like they act like it's exclusively for women. Like we have one stream. I nutted. I'm good. No,
I be
that's
telling
different
sisters,
levels.
if a dude do something like when he busts off, he's just like, ugh. That's probably true. When he doing all that extra shit, he playing.
Yeah, definitely.
Stuttering and shit.
If I'm like, if I'm rolling up like, oh snap, like, I'm bullshit. I'm trying to.
Girl,
I'm
you
trying
gonna
to
make
go.
me bust because you
I
thick.
absolutely can't see anybody in this room faking.
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Please.
I could give you some. I
Absolutely.
I would
gotta,
say 20-30% of the time.
I'm telling you,
My percentage
I
is not
reserve
that
my
high.
life for it.
No.
so
Oh my God.
I reserve my life.
You
for it.
gotta-
You know what I'm saying?
You got to spit on their back.
How whack does
You
vagina
just make
have
your
to
dick throb.
be
That's it.
to fake it?
It don't.
Sometimes it ain't even that it's
Boy,
bad.
hold on, hold on,
time out.
Sometimes it's not that it's even bad.
I'm trying
Time out,
to get
time out, time out, time out. I want to give
Mental
everybody
side.
some room for that answer. So that's a phenomenal question. How whack does it have to be for you to go to that point? So Darryl, who's clearly at a level of precipitation that nobody else is at.
Hey, he's going in.
I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna describe them, but yes.
Listen, here's the thing. I'll go there. There's been some Captain Morgan nights where it's just not biologically in the cards for it to happen. But I feel that you've come out here for a particular
That's
instance
80%.
that happened.
That's 80%.
I don't think I honestly feel like if y'all tell women, if you're drunk, right, or if you've had too much liquor, let me just put this out there. We don't give a fuck if y'all come or not. As long as we do not care.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm done.
I'm returning the
as well.
value. I'm returning the value back because I feel like we've come this far. Nobody might as well not leave satisfied. But at the end of the day, if you're looking at me asking what's going on, hey,
Look,
you know,
men protect women's
protect our black women.
we
man.
protect our black women's confidence sexually a lot
Ego.
too.
Yeah.
Just as I know women do hella probably more than we do, but let's not get it twisted. It's brothers out here to be like, I had to get in. I didn't want to make her feel bad, so I acted like, and that's wrong. Like I said, we're all cowards.
Can I
we're
give?
all cowards.
Can I give them a super duper man secret? I'm gonna give it to you.
Uh-oh.
If we get into more than 3 positions with you, chances are that pussy whack.
Ooh,
We reaching for it at that point. Huh?
ooh.
I'm just gonna be honest. Ain't nobody trying to be your vine. You know what I'm saying?
I'm disgusted.
So hold on,
You
more
know
than
what?
3. Let me think. Hold
Now
on,
you're
let me
thinking back to who faked on you, huh?
Oh, ain't no nigga never faked on me.
Of course.
Let's
That's the
be
ego.
clear.
How do you know?
Let's be
But
real
that's the
clear.
ego.
Let's be real clear. Let's be very, very clear.
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
I've never had anyone fake on me.
Okay.
Because number one,
Right.
I'm a very good. I can tell. Okay, I'm a dick connoisseur.
So has somebody
All
ever?
right.
Is somebody ever faked on you?
DC Comics, folks.
So if we're going to be candid and we're going to be honest, because we're all grown adults,
Why you
and
looking at me though?
people are
Everybody
gonna
said
people
this
are
shit.
gonna think what they want to think. Okay, I've been at this a very long time.
Shout out to Manny, he coming.
Man,
Oh, double entendre.
he can't afford it.
Oh.
I have not had anybody fake, but I have had like where it is like those drunken situations
Exhausted.
where it just takes too long. Look, I don't got time for that. I came, but good night. See you later. Let me get my stuff. I'm head on out.
So he was mad that he didn't get a chance to.
He might not have been mad.
No.
Might not have been
So
mad.
you don't think that a man has ever faked it with you?
I don't think so.
See, that's ego.
Okay.
I guarantee you, a woman's faked it with me. I ain't got no problem
For
with it.
sure.
I know I got
For
faked.
sure.
I can probably
I know I
name
have.
them.
For
sure,
if I
bro.
sat down for
Yeah.
real and had a real conversation,
But
I
guess
probably
what,
could
D?
write them
At
out.
the end of the day, you fucked up.
No, that's not. But that's you know.
You
I
wanted
mean,
to say
Still
it.
hit.
I said it for you.
I
But
still
see,
hit.
no. See, there's a thing. No, it's not. See, you know what?
All right,
man?
so there's an evolution
every
to
10
that
years,
question.
man. Every 10 years.
Every time. Okay, you know what? Backstreet conversation.
That's the name
I'm
of the show.
sorry.
Every 10 years.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have it right here,
I done
right here on
faked it,
Washington
though.
Avenue
I'm sorry.
at the
I
Kazi
faked
at Washington Avenue at the Kazi Studios. I'm gonna have that
1204.
conversation right here. This is maybe the one time per quarter I'm on this show, so I'm gonna have this conversation.
All right.
All right, so yeah, if you go back, the point you made about these decades, this is why this matters. In your 20s, yeah, you fucked though. It's great. That's what at that point that matters something to you.
Yep.
I would love to see what women thought about their 20s because I think that these eras matter. In your 30s, 30s get a little sketchy because there's a couple of different waves in your 30s. There's your post-20 30s, and then there's you're creeping up on 40 30s.
30s.
In your post-20 30s, you might still it kind of depends on what type of cat
It's a
you
little,
are.
a little bit residual.
Right.
I'm past in my post-20 30s, I wasn't gathering numbers no more. I didn't care.
Right.
Like, it was good because I had the teens, I had the 20s, I was in a good spot. But when you get to close to your 40s, if you're still caring about the things you did in your early 30s, something's happening with you.
That's mental.
So it's not about the collection at that point. I think you get closer to the experience at that point. I think men and women level off a little bit more. But to bring the thing back to what I
It's
was
not the
talking
numbers, the
about,
experience.
Word.
yeah, because I think that more people stakes get higher with sex. I think the stakes with sex peak when you closer to that 30 to 40 point because y'all getting closer to the same level.
Can I say something that's a 43-year-old?
Well, after so long, hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Come on.
After so long, which is attuning to what you're saying, is that it becomes a little bit more intimate. Like, it takes a little bit more, number one, hopefully for you to even get in bed with somebody, but two, for you to make me come. Just because you have a big dick and a good stroke doesn't guarantee that I'm going to come for you.
Hey, the majority of
do
your...
you-
It's more mental.
It,
It's
yeah,
Yeah.
is it-
You've been
or
through
is
your
there some?
firm-
Yeah, I've been through that.
Wow.
Like, I've been through the rabbit phase. It's okay. Are you mentally stimulating me beforehand?
My
Like,
goal was always to show up to the scene, even if it was the first time, but already have the outcome laid out. This is just accumulation. Like, what we do at this point afterwards is going to be different. But the first time around, lay the tracks down for where that's going to go. That should be the end of a chapter already.
I'll say something even crazier than that. At 43, on some real shit, OGs or elders used to say this. I never believed them at my rabbit phase. In your 40s, sometimes you don't even want the pussy. Kind of just want to chill, hang, and if it go there, it go there. If it don't, it don't.
And
Well, I'm not in my
but then that's
40s,
when
so I don't know.
But that's when it gets into, for a man, the ego aspect of how good the woman looks. That's when motherfuckers start getting the pan for having dope arm candy on their arm.
So let me ask this question then about the reverse thing then. So when you get to that point, what about the cat daddy stage?
The cat daddy stage.
That's what
You know
we're
what?
talking about, yeah.
I figured that shit out because that's a great question. I think the cat daddy just wants to feel needed and or important.
Because I
just
but
be
does he
honest
think?
with
But
you.
does he think when he's tricking and he
Because he is tricking.
The mind of a trick. That is.
No, but do you think that you a G like that? Do you think you're a G like do you think like you got
It's
game?
ego. It's mental.
But I'm saying, but do you
It's
think?
just
Do you
like-
really think like, yo, like I'm about this life. I'm doing.
Hold
this,
on.
I'm doing. it.
Anybody used to hoop at this table?
Absolutely.
Like I'm talking about straight ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get older, you get on that court, you see these cats running fast and so on and so forth.
You're
Your
done with it.
mentality, yeah, you be done with it. Or if I'm gonna be on this court, I gotta be a damn good clutch shooter, or I gotta be a
Oh, you
person
saying you
who
find your
passes the
niche.
ball.
You saying you find your
find
niche.
your place because it's important to you to still matter.
Those are games that me and Alan was playing last year.
Ooh, that's a
We started those back up too.
Well, let
I'm
me
not
say
coming.
this.
We
Let
started
me say
those.
this. An older gentleman told me this before. He said, I'm too old of a cat to be fooled by a kitten.
Woo!
Okay. And that fucked with me.
In your mind.
It fucked with me.
It stopped you.
It did. Because he cool as a fan. He's an older man. I think he's like in his 50s. He's in really good shape. I'm pretty sure he has like an extremely high sex drive. But he said that shit doesn't intrigue him. Like that's not what he's looking for because he's done that all. You know, he's done that already. He said it has to be something very special about a woman for him to even want to go there.
Can I say this Harlem real quick? AI, because you ain't said nothing this whole
I've
episode.
been chilling.
so
I'm
we
enjoying, man. I'm
That's
happy.
because he got this fucking Disney shirt on again.
Hey, listen, man.
You got a sponsorship or something going on.
Right.
He told the
Cut the
story.
check.
Don't do that.
That's why you ain't been cussing. on
Don't
this
do my
motherfucker.
friend like that.
But on it, but she made me forget what I was
Look,
going.
don't do my
Disney
friend.
But no, on some serious stuff, man. Like, and this is dead serious, and I chop it up with younger sisters about this. And they whatever. Don't know about. When men get older, it is what you're saying. Do you have a conversation?
Right.
Do you have a point of view? A lot of guys, I want to say this to sisters who may have been married or you have 1 or 2 children or whatever your situation is. As we get older, as long as you have your shit together, a man, not a grown boy, but a man will build with you. But it's about building because that pussy come and go. After, now what? So that's why with you being the person you are, the OG spoke to you about that because here's the thing. As we get older, we don't even have them conversations like that unless it's something about
right. And he was like, I can get it anywhere. He was like, but that's not. He said that doesn't turn me on no more. And that's So
I'm gonna say that
I get it.
The men in that age bracket, see, they got it the best, right? When you're in that like late 40, early 50, because you're either you've been single and set in your ways, or you're coming out of a divorce, right? So you have a whole spectrum of women because you got the women probably I'm gonna say like 60. And then you got women like in their mid to late 30s that are looking for older guys because they tired of us, right?
They want somebody tricking.
So they want that, right? They want somebody tricking. They do want somebody tricking, right? They want to be settled. But, you have these guys, like I said, that they have this whole spectrum to pick from because they got the girls in their 40s, the women in their 40s, they're going into their prime as far as their sex drive, all that. Or they may be coming out of divorce too, so they're not really trying to be bothered. So these guys, they got their pickings, especially talking about a guy that's in a good position, like you say, in shape, whatever the case may be. Like, he can play the field how he want.
Right. But if his mind right, he already know. It's the whole thing about when I watch Colors, and I did see that back in the show in 1987, and he said, let's not run, let's walk. You know that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
I finally understood that when I got in my 40s.
It was the wolves with the cows or whatever it was. Yeah.
Walk. Matter of fact, the cows might walk up the motherfucking hill.
Yeah.
They will. It'll take them a minute, but they'll be up.
Shout out to Ray J.
Yes.
Everything. Full
Shout
circle to
out
Ray J.
Everything points back to Ray
And
J.
Soulja Boy.
One thing I do want to add.
Definitely
before
Big Draco.
We wrap up. I do want to talk about something I did not put in the text group. Did you guys see what Ebony K. Williams said on when she talked about no matter how much money she makes, she needs to be the man that's going to take care of everything.
I did. I think I kind of remotely saw that. And
She said it doesn't matter how much she makes.
What does everything mean though?
She said she's
Household.
not paying no bill in the crib.
Yeah.
What makes her feel like she's got to that position in life where she can just do that?
That's her opinion. She said that's her opinion.
It's her opinion, but is it her reality? Because I got some opinions, but I guarantee you, I would say overall in life right now, I'm living at about a 20% clip of my opinions versus my reality.
Yeah, she was engaged. She's no longer engaged.
Yeah.
So,
but this is the thing, though. It doesn't matter if you can fit whatever you want your reality to be. You can make that your reality.
That's
Yeah. That's real.
word.
Doesn't
That's
mean
real.
if it's real, you can make that your. It's
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
can
You
make
gotta
it your
decide.
reality.
That's true. You gotta make some business decisions about it. Because I think that I'm completely okay with making concessions that are against my ideal reality.
And she's never gonna run out of dick. You know why?
No, because she's attractive.
Nah, I ain't fuck all that. Because you got niggas who gonna be like, I can change her.
Niggas is easy anyway.
No, or I got enough paper to get her.
I got
That's
enough
more
paper
to
to
get
get.
her.
Yeah.
She a tax write-off at that point.
Look, if you're a woman in general, if you're a 7, look, this is the thing though. If you're a 7 or above, you can get work.
That's a strong
Like,
7.
whose fucking standard
That's a strong
are we
7.
on this number scale? Is
I'm
this,
with
is
you on
this
that
Kevin
one.
Samuels?
Not the Kevin Samuels bullshit. I'm talking about in
God.
general. I'm
Yeah.
saying if you're an attractive woman, when I say 7, I'm saying you're an attractive woman and you're over 40 or over, you'll be able to get men as long as you want to.
I'm gonna say
it's those
that
women that are
If
not
you can
below
make
that.
biscuits from scratch, you can get a motherfucker.
If you can make business from scratch, you get an automatic walk into being an 8 first.
you do.
That is a
If
you,
you
get the
can cook-
pass go, motherfucker.
Well, the
It don't matter.
recipe is on the back of the fucking Bisquick box.
There's a lot of
you
people
make
that
it
can't
with
read
love.
though,
They can't
Harlem.
read, though.
It is a lot
Harlem.
of people who can't read.
Are you using water or are you using like milk?
I don't drink milk.
I don't drink milk either. I drink almond milk, but you know.
You can't make biscuits with almond milk
Why can't you?
Right. Why can't
Now I'm gonna tell you, you
because it's
can't.
just like using water.
Yeah, you can't, because I just had some almond Baileys in my coffee this morning. And the shit looks like it broke up as soon as you put it in there. I said, I'm never doing this again.
I told you.
Yeah, cooking without when you like go down on dairy, it is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
I think that there's some things that get you. This is like a whole different thing. We ain't got to do this right now. There's some things I think that everybody has that if you can do this, you automatically move up 1.5 different levels.
1.5.
Like
Yeah.
doing it with no hands or
Yeah, see, look at that. That's like a 2.5 level move forward right there. As long as you
Not
do
two
it.
and a half.
it's an advancement.
It went from 7 to 9.
Hey,
Definitely
listen,
an
I'm gonna tell you
advancement.
right now, there are some skills that some people have that take them from being people that you would look past to people that you
You're
can't
right.
look
You're
around.
right. You're right.
100%.
You're right.
That's a real.
100%.
So anytime
Just 'cause
in
you're
your
pretty.
life, anytime in your life, you look and be like, what does she see in him? Well, it's a 2.5 point move. Whatever
Okay,
it is,
got it.
Whatever
that is
direction
what it is
for her.
Yeah.
Whatever direction for her it is.
Yeah.
Or man. Or what
and
it is like,
being attractive is no longer like
It ain't enough.
it's no longer a point. Yeah, it's not enough
I
anymore.
can
It's
see
a
all
point.
attractive on Instagram every
But-
day if I want to.
Yeah, it's no longer that's no longer a thing. It's people actually
niggas
give a
are
fuck
living-
what you look like on the inside.
Niggas are walking filters these days, so you can't even
You know
base
what?
it. And I'm serious.
Walking filters.
I'm serious. These bionic bitches and filter ass niggas, it's
Yo,
crazy.
I found out not too long ago that a chick on the Instagram was just a completely. She is a hologram.
What?
Like she just
What?
was not a real human being.
Oh my
See
god.
what I'm saying? Niggas
Like-
all in the DM.
Technology has gone to a different level out here, man. Be careful. Be careful what you fall into
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. No, can I end on something that pissed me off this
go
week?
ahead.
Is it the daycare in the background?
Nah, I rock with 6. He good out there. He good. Xander too.
Shout out to Big Zan.
No, so something that pissed me off this week. So we know that Drake rented out the Dodger Stadium for a date.
Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, AI. We gotta get
Matt go
AI
first.
floor.
No,
Y'all got 10 minutes.
But
No,
let
we're gonna go
Matt
quick.
go first because he's the
Oh, you wanna-
baseball connoisseur.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna
got the whole-
I'm gonna
the
say
Dodger
what pissed me
Stadium,
off,
right?
and then I'm gonna hand it over. So what pissed me off was Drake, and Drake, he's that guy, bro. Okay? Like if my girl ran into Drake, I know that my girl probably not coming home that night. Like she is like a Drake fanatic.
But
bro.
also,
gonna have some
if you-
Drake debris on him.
But also, if you ran to Drake, you didn't never want to fuck with a nigga like me. Period. In general.
That's true.
No, I'm just saying.
I feel like me and Degrassi Drake are like the same person.
no, it's
Like,
because
I do.
it's a paper situation.
That's who you want to be.
It's a paper
No, I'm
situation.
saying I feel like we're the same. Like
Wheelchair Jimmy?
I
was
used to watch
Aubrey.
Degrassi, bruh, and like my sister watches. So my sister's like 6 years younger than me, bruh. So she used to be like, oh, I'm watching Degrassi. So I used to sit down. That was like our little time and chill and stuff, right? So I feel like me and Degrassi Drake, not the character, but like him at that time. Right. I feel like we are the same person, bro.
Okay.
Like. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I used to feel like me and old Nick Cannon were the same.
That's the
person,
same way I
bro.
feel
Like,
about Bruce Wayne. So I get it. I absolutely do.
So I feel like, like Drake, he rented out this stadium, bro. And immediately women like went for broke dudes, bro. Like Drake is out here renting stadiums and you can't even get a reservation at Ruth Chris. Drake is worth $250 million. Okay.
Did you see the person that broke the math down about what that really means to him?
I'm going to find that.
They broke the math down. They said Drake estimated $47 million per year. Okay. So they say to have a $10,000 date for him is the equivalent of $14. So he said hold on, time out. So they said that Drake actually skimped her on the basis of what he could do. But when you get to a point, money isn't an object anymore, so it's all relative. But when you have never had money or never had anything nice done for you, you're going to always look at the higher price tag as being the thing that ascribes value to it. When you get to a certain point, money is just relative at that point. It's about what you do. But the way that I feel like you should look at cash and look at what's coming back into you is at the place that you are at in life. And then at the end of the day, also, never clock what somebody else is bringing to the table. Clock what's nice for what you're bringing to the table. And then you'll always be able to enjoy the things that you are at in life.
We could have went to Denny's, but we went to IHOP.
Because you personally right now making $17.50 an hour are not doing the same things I'm doing in
Shout out to
life.
Jiffy Lube.
You're not, bro.
Shout out to Jiffy Lube.
It really pissed me off, bro, because I just feel like I'm not. This is a man and woman thing, right? Like I feel like in the age.
Also, if you're the son of this woman, do you push your mom to go ahead and go get with Drake?
I know that had to feel bad for him, bro.
No.
You don't think so?
If you, I'll be like, nah, hey mom.
I can
If you
see the
done messed with
jokes
some
coming.
bum ass
No pun
niggas
intended.
for a long time, go ahead and get this check.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
Because you gonna fuck some random other.
But you
nigga
know,
after
kids,
this.
your
Get- go
mama
get your
fuck
check.
with drag. You know, all
Don't
that
matter.
shit.
I'm trying to think of my mom.
I think that's how my son feels. He like, you done had a lot of bum ass niggas.
Why don't you go get Drake?
So like the last dude I was dating, he was like, oh yeah, we lit. It's cool. What's up?
But Johanna is cool. Like I feel like I know some chicks that Drake has actually smashed, and I feel like I could smash each of them.
But then he was shooting his shot at Bia.
Like I really like. I know a couple of I know a few in Houston. Like personally,
Here's
loves Houston,
here's
too.
the reality about crossovers when it comes to this. At a certain point, and I think you made the point expertly earlier, it's about what's going on in who you are
Yeah.
as opposed to what you bring into the table.
Yeah.
I have never in my life, and I'm retired,
same.
hella
Not
retired,
to the 31st.
legally retired in about 17 days, that I have never been intimidated by what the next man was doing
Ever.
because whatever he's bringing to the table
Right.
is what he's bringing to the table.
That's his
I got
table.
what
yeah.
I'm bringing.
That's
And I
his
don't think
table.
Drake really gives a fuck because have y'all seen his baby mama?
Nah, I ain't seen
Horrible.
I ain't seen-
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I
the
don't think she's
epitome
horrible. She's
of
just
regular.
regular. Yeah, she's regular.
She's like the epitome
She's the chick I went to high
of
school with.
regular.
You know what? You just made me think of something. Speaking
We
of the
don't have
ain't shit,
time.
yeah, we do.
No, we
Speaking
don't.
of the ain't shit, St. Louis stuff, I had a chance. I could have hollered at Melinda Williams. And it was all about what I felt about myself. But you know why I didn't? Because I didn't recognize that was her. I thought she was a chick from St. Louis when I was in New Orleans.
Daryl's got a story for you.
Tomorrow with the Making Good.
Yeah.
Oh, we've
I already
heard
know
this
your
story
Megan
before.
story, yeah.
We've heard this story
Yeah,
before.
it's gonna be on my Wikipedia page in a little bit because actually I just got verified on IMDb.
Oh, you got verified, but I lost my
verified.
verification.
But I'm verified on IMDb because I contributed to a small project though a couple of years ago, so I got verified. So
This nigga-
now
this
we're
nigga-
going to do a backtrack. I'm going to do a backtracking thing and make sure that every random woman that I thought I should have been dating is going to be my personal
This nigga-
personal life section.
He was in a
and then
fucking.
I'm going to make web pages to make sure they're verified.
So you
nigga-
want to get slapped again?
He was in he was in an old English commercial. And now he got an IMDb commercial.
Yeah, you know what?
Saint eyes.
Let's wrap. You know what? It's time to wrap this up because
No,
y'all
but
are out of control.
watch when it happens. Y'all gonna be like, yo.
Hey, can I thank y'all for having us, man?
No,
Absolutely.
for real.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
No, for
through.
real.
We
for real.
appreciate it,
No,
man.
I'm thankful for y'all coming back into the fold and doing y'all thing. Like,
We're
I
back.
know-
We're back.
Listen.
I want to give rest in peace to my man Silas. I know
No doubt.
our people really went through something with this, and that's
Yeah.
why commentary hasn't been back. And we gotta respect that and respect him for what he did for the Lou and being out of Atlanta. And,
Absolutely. Can we dedicate this
Yeah,
show to
yeah.
Silas?
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
Hey, can we?
Absolutely.
And I want to give peace and strength. Also, we was talking about it earlier this week.
Tammy.
Yeah, I want to
Absolutely.
give. I want to
Tammy,
give
yeah.
space. I want to give space to absolutely people personally touched, but I want to give peace and strength up right there too.
Yeah,
definitely.
Tammy and I got really tight when I got hired over at the Beat. I had always known her,
Well,
through radio.
somebody
but-
describe that for people that we have listeners that are not. In
Yeah,
St.
yeah.
Louis.
So Tammy Holland is a St. Louis radio pioneer, and she was diagnosed this week past with stage 4 colon cancer. So she's actually kind of doing a pseudo documentary now, kind of telling the story. I think she had to throw it together pretty quickly because she said she's only been dealing with like symptoms and stuff for about a month. So to that I tell you all to
That's
get
what Chadwick
screened.
had too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get your screenings and stuff, man. R.I.P. to the homie Big Hen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had breast cancer.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
one of
breast
the
cancer.
only 3% of men ever get breast cancer. And
He fought a long time though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
fought long and hard.
Yeah.
Definitely, he was definitely a staple in the club scene.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that was
Yeah.
my guy.
I got through out the loft a few times and always let back in by Big Hand through the back door.
And I'm making a point to say, man, it's like the things we do here, like absolutely, we want to entertain people, we want to bring things and make you think about the things that, obviously the things that you bring to the table. We also want to bring things to the front of you about things that maybe you aren't thinking about as well, and things that you need to be aware of and things like that. So, you know, one of the things we want to do is absolutely use the resources we got in the community and do things like that. You know, so we definitely want to put some of these conversations in front of people so that you can at least be aware of some of these things and know how to serve yourself too. So keep your eyes open across the whole platform, across the whole SOLC about, you know, some of these things as well, because we think that's important and we definitely want for that to be in the space as well.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And we definitely thank our listeners for you know, continuing to rock with us.
Commentarians.
We know they wait for our episodes to drop, and we just be
Manny,
like,
man. Shout out to Manny. Manny.
no, ain't no fucking shout out to no damn Manny.
Manny, we miss you.
No,
true
we
story.
don't.
True story.
Manny helps out the algorithms, man.
He really
that's
do.
why I said I gotta give him a shout out because his comments start different people talking and bullshitting in the comments, and I love you, Manny. I love you for that, man.
Fuck out of here.
I fuck with you, Manny. I do.
No, true story. I was in the mall at the shoe store, and young
Hold
lady.
on, find out who he was though too though, but that's another thing. No, it really is him though. I really found out though.
I know it is.
No, because I asked him, he sent me his Facebook page. He added me. He added me on
God.
Facebook.
I told you.
He's ready.
He added me on Facebook.
I told you.
So I was at the shoe store, and young lady, I never met her. She approached me, and she was talking about me and my ladies podcast, and asking where we had been. And she was like, through that, she found us at Commentary, and she was like, "Yo," she was like, "Y'all are effing hilarious." She was like, "Man, like so." Shout out to her. I don't know where she is. I think I saw her in Blue like a few weeks ago too, because she's approached me in the shoe store.
In Blue.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, Blue is actually. I'm not going to talk about it, but
We got some loyal ass listeners,
Yeah.
and we
I'm just not
definitely
doing no
appreciate
close
it.
stuff
We
for
definitely appreciate you and Matt for Darryl, you and Matt for being, you know, very patient with us.
Love, man. Appreciate y'all bringing to the table.
Me and Alan took some very hard hits.
yeah, it took some losses, man.
Yeah, and for those of you all that don't know who Silas is, he's AKA Salt in the Game, Silas the Stylist from BET's. I think it's Ink, Paper, Scissors, or whatever the case may be. But he was my best friend since I was 18. So
Yo, when I met you, you was like, "Yo, you gotta meet my friends." I was like,
exactly for years. If you saw me, you saw Silas, and so many people thought that was my boyfriend, but he wasn't. He was just my better half.
He reminded me of Miguel. He had like the
not at first though, not back in the day.
But also,
He had
if you
braids,
meet him,
didn't he?
you obviously
You have to know, yeah.
You obviously would know that.
Yeah,
that's not
but
her
if
guy.
you know, most people be like, I'm with Silas, and it was all the time. Niggas like, damn, who the fuck is Silas?
No, you ain't. You meet him. Like,
Right.
Yeah, you mean Silas? You like dude was hilarious as hell, man.
like,
So-
man, come on now.
So it's been tough, but you know, it's like rehab, one day at a time. So
There you go.
We back. We gonna use this as therapy.
We are here. Shout out to the scenario. Thank y'all for stopping through.
Yeah.
Love, man.
Y'all
Y'all
know
gotta have Matt on just randomly, just to have
we can do that. We can do that. I think
Just tell
that,
him that just
You're more interested in me, man. keep
you know what,
bringing your
Matt?
shit.
You do
Yeah,
owe
that's
us
true.
an episode, bro, because we're supposed to talk about Instagram likes and leaving the game, bro.
Yep.
You do owe us an episode.
Social media criticisms. I got my mind in that.
Because
Let's do it.
No, we were talking about how relationships break up over likes, bro. So we need to.
We gotta talk about that.
and
Oh, you
also, I
owe us
think-
that episode.
Oh,
bro.
And
I'm here
also,
for
I
it.
think women get caught up into the idea of likes, and men too. People get caught up in the likes instead of.
I'm
experience.
down to come back and talk
I ain't
about
got
if-
time to be going through no fucking likes.
I'm down to come back and talk about
I
how the
know.
world is going to fuck around and crumble if they take likes off the screen.
Oh my
So let's do
God,
it.
it's gonna happen,
Let's
bro.
do it.
I swear to God.
And
that's
shout
gonna
out to Jamie and Kazi Society.
Shout out
she
to
is
Jamie.
she is currently babysitting. However, she has her headphones in and is not paying attention
Hey,
to
let's give
either
her-
of those children.
Give them the address one more time where they need to be at.
Shit, 1204 Washington down at Kazi Society,
There it is.
double minority owned co-working black space.
There you go.
We out here.
Bang bang, we gone. Y'all be cool.
Peace.
Right.